Who will you be when history calls? Because of them, I found myself asking the question, and honestly, I think I need to work on my self-esteem, because I came up with nothing as heroic. Like, if you asked me, Trevor, what would you do during slavery? I'll be like, I would have worked really hard and seen what happened. I don't think I would have been a hero. I don't have it. I'm impressed by people who say those things. If I was around back then, if I was in the store when they robbed it, I would have done. I don't have that in me. I don't. Like, I would be in the field, and I'd just be working hard, and I'd be minding my own business, you know, and the guy on the horse would come and be like, you better work hard, boy, you better pick that goddamn cotton. I'd be like, yes, master, that's a picking this cotton, master. That's a picking away, master. Oh, but as soon as he rides away, I'd light his ass up. Oh, I would roast him to bits. I'd be like, that dumb ass. Is he back? No. But I don't think I would have been a hero. Yeah, like a real hero would have showed up. Like Harriet Tubman would show up. She'd be like, psst, yo, Trev. Oh, hi, Harriet. How you doing? I'm doing shit. Oh, no, what happened? Slavery happened. What you mean, what happened, boy? You stupid or something? Oh, yeah, of course, I shouldn't have. Anyway, what's going on, Harriet? I just came to let you know that we're leaving tonight. Who's we? All of us, Trevor. We're getting out of here. We're going, baby. Oh, yeah, Harriet, the guy on the horse says we shouldn't leave. He really doesn't like it when we leave. I think he has like separation anxiety or something. He should see someone about that. But he said, I don't give a shit what he said. We're getting out of here. What are you saying? You gonna stay? Yeah, I think I'll stay and just, you know, see how it goes. See how it goes? What's wrong with you? You not coming? No, I'm not gonna come. I can't believe you. You light skins is all the same. What? Yeah. You scared, ain't you? You a scared little bitch. I am a bitch, Harriet. I cannot lie. I'm a scared little bitch. Look at you, scared little bitch. You almost as bad as Jimmy Kimmel. Sorry, sometimes I do jokes just for me. I'm sorry. Oh, man. Everyone was asking themselves the question. Everyone. One of the most unique encounters I experienced happened when there was a group of white people who were standing at the exhibit, and they were very, very liberal white people, right? Like very. That's how liberal they were. And just when I thought she couldn't top that, she was looking at a photograph, one of the first pictures that's ever really been taken. And it was a picture of a white man on a plantation, standing there, smiling, standing in a field, just like smiling in the picture. And this woman is standing looking at the picture, and she's like, if I was there when that was happening, I swear to God, if I was there when that was happening, I would have never smiled. You know when a sentence has the exact conclusion you did not predict? Like this was, I thought she was like, if I was there, I would have fought, I would have freed, I would have... No. She's like, I would have had slaves, but I wouldn't have enjoyed it. Just be crying, I'm so sorry this is happening to you. I'm so sorry. Yeah, dust behind the couch as well, but I'm so sorry. I can't. It was really, really something. You know, you moved through that level there for more than an hour. At the end of it, I was so taken by the question that I was asking myself, who will you be when history calls, that I I texted one of my best friends, David Meyer. He's actually the first American I ever became friends with. He came to South Africa by chance 20 years ago, was on like a school project. We met by chance, became friends by chance, and then he convinced me to come to America and do comedy, which I had never planned to do. The rest is history. So we've been friends since that day, right? And yeah, it's a beautiful story. And also, our lives are so different. He's this 6'5", lanky white boy from North Carolina, right? Sweetest guy ever, super sincere. And because of that, I love playing pranks on him. And as we left that exhibit, I texted him, and I was like, yo, Dave, I need to ask you a favor. And he responded, he's like, yo, dude, what's up? And I said, if slavery comes back, do you promise to have me as one of your slaves and treat me really well? And then he responded, he was like, dude, what? And I said, do you promise to have me as your slave and treat me very well? And he was like, what are you talking about? And I said, yes or no? And then I just saw the little dots, and it was like typing, 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 and then he called me. I was like, yo, what's up? He's like, dude, what are you even talking about, man? What is happening? What do you mean slavery? I was like, I just want to know from you, Dave. If slavery comes back, do you promise to have me as one of your slaves and treat me really well? He's like, dude, no. What do you mean? Slavery is not coming back. Slavery is not coming back. I was like, that's what they said about Ghostbusters. Just answer the question. Will you or will you not have me as one of you? He's like, no, dude, no. I would never have you as one of my slaves. I would never own slaves, like enslaved people, actually. I would never have enslaved people. I don't think that's right. I was like, yo, save your sanctimonious bullshit right now, Dave. I just want to know if you would have me as one of your slaves or not and treat me well. He's like, no, I would never do that. I was like, oh, okay, I see. So you're just going to let me be somebody else's slave. That's what you're saying. Huh? Slavery comes back, and now they catch me, and now they're busy whipping me. Now I'm Django out in these streets, huh? Yeah? I'm getting whipped because my best friend wouldn't use his white privilege to help me by making me one of his slaves so that we could hang out, huh? I'm in a field. I could be with you in the house playing PlayStation, Dave, huh? Yeah, we could be back in Call of Duty, in Verdansk, like the good old days. But no, you want to be so woke that I get whipped by another white person who wants to keep slaves. He's like, no, dude. Well, I was like, you want me to be a slave? He's like, no, dude. I was like, you want me to be whipped, don't you? He's like, no, dude, okay. He's like, okay, all right, fine, dude. If slavery came back, then yeah, I'd have you as one of my slaves, and I'd treat you well. I was like, aha, so you would have slaves. I was like, all right, I gotta go. And he's like, no! He still hasn't forgiven me. Who will you be when history calls? It's so much easier when it's hypothetical. As you move from one exhibit to the next, move through Reconstruction, Jim Crow, you get to the Civil Rights Movement. And it's impressive on its own, but because it has now been experiencing. He was arrested somewhere around like 29 times over the course of like 4 years. Trumped up charges. Sometimes he was left in a jail cell by himself, wasn't given food, wasn't given a phone call, nothing. Sometimes he was beaten, sometimes they just, like, you see this man's life in detail. They chased him out of towns. The federal government came after him. J. Edgar Hoover himself, the head of the FBI, designated Martin Luther King as the most dangerous man in America. And then the FBI ran a concerted campaign to destroy him. They try and break up his friendships and his working relationships. And the most sinister thing they did was they tapped his phones, and they found out that he was having an affair. And they phoned his wife, Coretta Scott King, and they snitched on him because they thought that would destroy his marriage and destroy the movement. Yeah. The FBI tried to dish gossip on Martin Luther King. Totally changes how you see the organization. Right? FBI seems so serious. Now you get the real picture. They're in that J. Edgar Hoover building in the morning. What are you working on, Kowalski? Drug enforcement, sir. What about you? Sir, criminal crimes, specifically financial. And you? Drama! You see everything that happened to MLK, everything. Some of it internal because he writes about it, some of it external because people are observing. One of the sections that really lays out what it was like is a 4-year stretch where Dr. King and other black people would try to go and get served in restaurants that were segregating black people and weren't allowing them to get food. They would walk into the restaurants, they would sit down, dressed to the nines, and they would get denied service. They would get kicked out, they would get cursed at, spat on. Oftentimes they were beaten, right? Leave with concussions, bleeding. They'd go home, they'd wash up, they'd come back, they'd do it again. Go home, wash up, do it again. Go home, wash up, and do it again. And now, when we talk about it, we go, well, they did the right thing because look how it turned out. Yes, but when you read his life, you go, it wasn't inevitable. There was no guarantee that it was going to work. There was no sign that it was working. And yet, they persevered. And when I was looking through his life and when I was reading his works and I was looking, I was like, was there ever a moment when he regretted? Was there ever a moment when he regretted what he had gone through, what he was doing? Like when he tasted white people's food for the first time? No, because you realize until that point it was theoretical, right? Black people had never been served in these establishments. They only wished to be served in these establishments. But they had never eaten there. Right? They would just sit down at the counter. And the owner would come and be like, God damn it, I told you I don't want your kind around here. Get out of here, boy. And be like, oh, my brother, I have a dream. I have a dream that one day, regardless of the color of our skin, all people will be allowed to sit here, our brothers and sisters, black and white alike, and America will come good on its promise that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day, oh, shut up. You've won. They changed the laws. Look at the TV. Here's your food. Thank you very much. Oh, shit. Now I have a new dream. I have a new dream that one day white people will discover seasoning. And I have a dream that they will no longer consider black pepper to be a spice. I have a dream that we will all come together to defeat the real white devil, mayonnaise. Can you imagine how awkward it must have been? That first walk after that first meal. Martin and his boys walking into the parking lot. Dead quiet. For this shit, Martin? For this shit, Martin? I'm so sorry, fellas, I didn't know. God damn it, Martin, you had them whipping our ass for this shit? Did you taste that food? I thought it was delicious. That's why I thought they were blocking us. I apologize, fellas. I'm so sorry, fellas. My bad. God damn it, Martin, that shit tastes like depression, man. Is this the shit we've been fighting for? I'm so sorry, everybody. I'll make it up to y'all. I'll buy everybody Popeyes on the way home. Who will you be when history calls? Thank you. You know, the conundrum of life is that just because the big is happening doesn't mean that the small stops. Just because the big is happening doesn't mean that the small stops.